Zeeshan Qureshi, and I'm the CEO for Hire Mobile and IT. It's relatively a newer organization, although Hire is a very old brand, and it's having presence in 127 countries and having number one global market share in appliances. But 2 years back, they decided to come into mobile and IT business because of IoT things, and thus Hire Mobile and IT was formed. And I'm heading this organization at the capacity of CEO. Uh, I am engineer first, and then I did my MBA. So you can say I'm technologically I'm sound also, and some marketing background, and that's it. All right, actually, but the basic problem which we face that Hire is having a very good nuisance value about brand image. But mobile is a very personal product. Very personal product. It's always with you like 24 hours, inseparable. Like when you are sleeping, it's under your pillow or on side table. It's in your pocket. You're carrying it everywhere. Where even washroom, you go, you take your mobile now. So it's kind of a very difficult for a brand, although it's very recognized, to create some kind of confidence in consumers' mind for this kind of technology. In market share, I think we did last year was a very successful year for us, because in this inception of like 6 months, we got into a deal with the largest operator of Pakistan, Mobilink. They launch they relaunch basically Jazz with the name of JazzX, and all the handsets given to them it was the biggest handset deal with an operator ever happened in the history of Pakistani telecommunication market. So it was a big success, and it all happened due to our innovative, out of the box and adventurous approach, which and then second thing was that we created some kind of comfort level with them, that we are very good at localization and customization. Somewhere brand lacks, because global brands, they are too stringent with their very strict with their global guidelines, so they cannot help out local requirements. But we created a forte for us, that we will go into localization and customization. So we created some kind of strategic partnerships with Gameloft. We brought on board Aeon, which is an international insurer, and we gave all the smartphones will be having theft and accidental coverage. So that was something which created a lot of value and created a lot of confidence for the customer, that yes, they are very sure about their quality, because in this product, quality is the most important thing. And when we give this shout, which no other global brand was given, forget about the local brand, but even global brands were not giving. So it created a lot of I think comfort level for the customer, and we built on that. And then through Aeon, we got a association with Manchester United. Everybody was after cricket, but I think football, a niche still is following, and that niche is young youth, passionate, and they really liked it, and this is how it built on that. Mobile phone is very, now its device is same for everybody. So it's basically what kind of value you can add in terms of content, in terms of software, in terms of user interface, and in terms of after sales service. So it's an ecosystem. It's not only one thing we can say, okay, this is having 4 GB RAM and 21 mega, everybody's having that. So our effort was that we should be able to give an affordable quality product to the youth, and with some value addition, that they should feel comfortable with the product. Which one thing was that theft and accidental coverage, it worked out well, and we created a proper marketing campaign around that, and it was perceived very well also. Secondly, I think creating alliances with Aeon, creating alliances with Gameloft, free games we were giving away. Then there is another alliance we did with ICFlix. ICFlix is kind of a Netflix. They are having more than 1 million TV shows, movies, and other things. So some of the products we bundle with that. So this kind of content, I think, created a lot of nuisance value and a lot of shout, and people gave attention to it, because others were not doing like that for the local requirement. Like we have 5 operators, so all the RF signals are coming. Then what localization we are doing, they'll test that also. So they'll test the handset from A to Z in terms of localization and customization perspective, that everything is working fine as per our atmosphere. Because Pakistan weather conditions are very extreme also, so we have to be extra careful. Like there's sometimes heat up issue in mobiles, which might not be happening in Europe, but it can happen. So is it working fine? The signal strength is okay, all the application, all the which we have built in is working. So this is what they do. all the R&D and D and the assembly and manufacturing is happening in China. We have a plant in Shenzhen, and then we have a plant in Qingdao. Now the biggest move we did is that last year we announced that we'll be having a manufacturing plant, first ever manufacturing plant of mobile phones in Pakistan. So Alhamdulillah, now we are very happy. By July end it is going to be operational. The equipment is there now. We have invested around $3 to $4 million, although there is no very proper lucrative policy from the government right now, but our group took this initiative in order to give something back to the community, something back to Pakistan economy. And so this is a very big achievement, and this is going to be a very big strategic advantage for us, because now the taxes on the mobile phones have been doubled now. So I think if we'll be able to assemble locally, then it is going to create a lot of cost benefit. And then next year our plan is that we should make 100% localized handset, which we'll call the Pakistan handset, like designed here, mold should be designed over here. We should have some local content on that also. So this is what we are working on. So I think this is something big leap for a Pakistan telecommunication industry, that on such a large scale we are setting up this assembly plant. Now I think Hire is still a toddler in because Hire main focus is not mobile phone but appliances. And why they came into mobile phone is because of Internet of Things, IoT. Now what IoT does is that all the appliances will be internet connected, and they needs to be controlled by a tablet or a mobile phone. So that was inevitable for Hire in order to come into this field, and now they are developing things on that. We recently got into alliance with Huawei, Apple, China Mobile, and Hire to develop 5G technology, which will enable more effectively on IoT. I would say that we capture around 4% of the market share, which is huge, because it's just 1 year to the organization. And smartphones were perceived very well, and then making an alliance with Mobilink was also very big success. Then we have, although laptops we are also doing. So last year we won 200,000 units laptop scheme, which is Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's scheme under HEC. So we got that, and for that we have already established a assembly plant in Pakistan. So 50,000 units will be coming from China, and 150,000 will be assembled in Pakistan. So that is also one thing which is remarkable, I would say, in just a span of 1 year, setting up a laptop assembly plant and then going for assembly plant for mobile phone. That is going to give us a lot of strategic advantage, a lot of competitive advantage over competitors. And now moving forward, we are making alliance with, like, recently we provided around 10,000 units to Punjab government for health workers. So there are some specific applications like dengue, health workers moving from one place to another, polio vaccination. So that is some remarkable, and we totally customize software and hardware according to the government requirement. So PITB initiated this project, Dr. Omar Saab, and they are very happy. I think we already provided the quantity to them. Next week they'll be officially rolling out the project, and it is going to be, I think, a big leap in the health industry. And now we are very keenly working with them on some other projects also. So as I told you, that our competitive advantage is that we can localize, we can customize, and our speed is very fast, and we can understand customer requirement, because like other global brands, we have a lot of authorization in order to change the device and to make the device according to the customer requirement. So this is something which is, I think, not anybody else is having right now. Hire Mobile, I think, before marketing, before strategy and everything, my biggest aim was that I should be having a wonderful team. Team building was a very painful process, and I joined in November, and my team got on board in February. So 3 months I took, but I took the best people from the industry. Like, product has was ex Samsung, and the retail head was ex Huawei. Then the technology head was from Samsung also. So we tried to make a very professional team which can help us in order to create that stir, which can think out of the box. They have everybody's mashallah having 10 to 12 years experience. The product guy we brought from Norway, Samsung. So it was something which was very difficult, a very painful process, because things were hurting also, because we were not able to match the timeline because people got on board a bit late. But I said to myself that we'll never compromise on team, because once you have a wonderful team, so then many things get easier. So that was the first thing. And then how to market the brand was also another thing, that to taking some differentiated approach in order to compete with the clutter. because many local brands and global brands were spending a lot of money. So we did not want to spend that much money, but whatever we spent is was well perceived, well received, well understood, and we got mileage out of it. So that was something which I think was very difficult decision, to have that kind of patience, but having right people in the same places, in the key positions, I think we got there uh, as soon as possible, because our target was that 2 years time we'll be reaching there, but in a 1 year's time I think we have crossed that milestone. So this is something remarkable. Our basic one thing is that after this assembly plant, our aim is that we should be having a lot of competitive advantage over the competitors, giving some affordable prices in some, because all the products will not be making here, but some products which can give a lot of relief to the consumer with a quality product, because all of our products are CE certified, which is not happening in some or many brands over here. Second thing is that we want to build a consumer and brand relationship. We want to enhance elevate the brand with adding more value in terms of content, UI, and now we are also speeding up the partnerships with the global brands also, like Google. We are working with them on the Chromebooks, because the assembly plant is there here for mobile phones. So we are thinking that why not make it a Chromebook project with the Google also, but it's in pipeline. It's not commercialized or confirmed yet. Other than that, I think we'll be more focusing on quality product, and we'll be more focusing on innovative approach in order to localize and customize and to build the market with operators. So as you can see that we have already partnered with Mobilink, and then some others are also already in pipeline. So if it is going to happen, I think it is going to do a lot of good to the industry also, because if industry will grow, automatically everyone will enjoy. Competition is going to be there, and it is always going to be there. Some brands are mainly focusing too much on marketing and prices, but they're not giving much attention to the quality, and now they are getting the heat of the consequences basically. Some brands are only $200 above. They are not very much interested. So there is always a sweet spot where you can compete, and I said that by localizing, by customization, and by having this local assembly plant, I think we have a lot of chances in order to compete. We have a lot of chance in order to grab more market share, and we have a lot of chance in order to make our brand more associated with people, that people can say that this is a true brand which is focusing more on people's requirement, and they understand the customer requirement also. I think it is going to create a lot of stir. Nokia has been very strong king. I think when I started my career into Nokia was number one, and for 10 years it was number one. They made few very strategic mistakes which made them tumble down. But what I think is now the things are not going to be same for them as it were, but still there is a lot of brand pull. There is a lot of satisfactory value which customer have through. Many people still are using Nokia phones, maybe 5 years old or 6 year old. So they have that kind of association. So coming back with Android phones, I think they have some chance. But I would say that the things are not going to be same as it were, but still they'll create a niche market for them, Nokia lover, and it is going to create some kind of excitement in the market. From here we are handling Bangladesh and Afghanistan, and Sri Lanka is in pipeline, although headquarters is working with them, and next year we'll be focusing on Myanmar also. Afghanistan is good. Afghanistan is a very difficult and different market, because the security situation and everything, but it's increasing. Bangladesh, we are soon going to be started. So I think I will be able to share some response in 3 months time, and Myanmar is in pipeline, as I told you. Next year it will start. Yeah, I would say that I'll second that. I think the right team, having right people for the right job, out of the box marketing strategy, and then third is that creating some value addition with the, not only giving the device, but giving some on top of that, like theft and accidental coverage, some content which was not available in Pakistan. So these kind of things, and then creating good alliance with the government organization and B2B environment, I think, with operators. So this was something which made us possible. I'm never satisfied, to be very honest. I think we could have done more, we could have done better. There were some mistakes we made, but we learn from your mistakes and you improvise and you evolve. And this is how it is, because mobile phone business is very volatile. It is changing every minute, every day. Every day new technology is coming. Every day new brands are coming. They're launching new products. So it's not like appliances business. So Hire is also understanding that kind of pace, and they're trying to cope up with that. So I think in coming few months we'll be doing much better. Believe in the brand, believe in the product. I think now technology is evolving like anything. Now devices will be just a career. I think the more game will be on the content side. So we need to develop more valuable content for Pakistani consumers, and this is what we are working on. And after this factory, I think we are showing our commitment to the youth of Pakistan, to the people of Pakistan, that yes, we are here for long, we are here for good, and we are here in order to create some kind of change in the telecommunication industry. So this is all I can say.